Hello, today it is Tuesday. Yesterday I didn't film anything because it was a day off for my husband and for my daughter as well. So we had the tennis competition in the morning, and then we just felt so tired because after that we went to the fair that was in the city with roller coasters, with things for a lot of things for the kids. So we kind of have the long weekend with some kind of activities. So yesterday it felt like weekend for me, and usually in weekend I just crochet or do some stuff, working on some projects, but I'm not doing any social media or any other stuff, except that of course I'm posting the weekly journal, but that's kind of scheduled from the week from Friday. But actually this week I didn't schedule it because I was just finishing to edit everything on Saturday, so I just posted on Sunday because I was a bit late. So yeah, today, Tuesday, I started to work on the shirt pattern. I didn't decide on a name yet, but I'm waiting a bit more. Maybe a good idea will come. And this week I don't know how much time I will have because my daughter has an activity at school in the evenings. It's called I don't know how to translate it. For my Dutch viewers, it's called Vierdagsavond. And we are walking every evening for 4 days. The kids are really excited for it because they are getting a medal in the end. So everything, it's really fun and it's good exercise, and it's nice to do it with all the school because there will be 11 schools involved and a lot of people, a lot of kids, and I think it's fun. I still need to walk with my daughter because she's too young to do it by herself, but I'm happy to go with her because I kind of enjoy these nature walks and it feels nice. So this will be in the evenings, and because of that I need to prepare ahead with dinner to be more organized with all the stuff that I need to do. And this is kind of stressful for me. If something gets getting into my routine, I'm kind of getting mad. But anyways, I started to work on the pattern. Things are working pretty well so far, so I hope that I will finish it soon. And I started the shirt. I know that I was asking last week, should I start on the shirt, should I start on the dress, sorry, should I start the jumpsuit? Well, I started with the dress, but I have to admit that I chained already for the back panel of the jumpsuit, so let's see who will be the first to be finished. So now I finished the top back panel, top back panel, because I'm starting from here and then from the bottom, and then I'm shaping the shoulders like this. And I decided to make this piece bottom up because I kind of find it easier to decrease than to increase. And in the shirt design, because I worked this in one color, then I made the edges here in a different color, and then I started to wear the front panels with a different color, and I worked this side, and then I continue with the length of the back panel. But because now I'm working in one single color, and because I don't want to cut the yarn multiple times, I just straight the edges of the shoulder here. This is how it's looking when it's not straight. So it has these stairs over here, let's call them, and these short rows. And because I did this edge, straighten the edge of the shoulder, I just continue working on the front panel because I didn't want it to cut the yarn again. So I think I will finish the front panel, I will work the other front panel, and then I will continue with the back from top down. Yeah, So I hope I will finish this week with the pattern. I don't know yet, but wish me all the luck to finish it, because I really want to put this pattern out there because it's really nice. I think it's a nice project to make. Okay, so I think that is it for today. And I don't know how if I will be able to share with you a bit more progress, but we'll see. Today is Thursday. Yesterday I didn't manage to film anything. I was working in the morning on the shirt pattern, and I decided, because I shaped the shoulders on the back panel, so they are like coming like this to the neckline for a more anatomical fit. I think I will break this plant. And I decided to make the charts for each size for this, because you know, it's easier for me to write the pattern if I see it visually, can see how many rows to work for each size, how many stitches to decrease, how to work the decreases, and it will make it easier for me to explain it into the written pattern. But yesterday morning I wanted to make the chart, and I had some technical issues because I lost all my work. It was mostly 3 hours of work. My software crashed, so I wasn't able to save. And then I had tennis lessons with my daughter, and I told you that this week we are having every day, we are going for a walk, many schools are involved, and after tennis we went right away to the meeting point. It was a nice walk in the forest, and it was nice to have this. I thought that my daughter could not manage because she had the tennis training and then right away going and walk for 5.5 kilometers, and she's only 8, so I think that it was a bit too much, but she did pretty well, and I think she was able to do even more because she was super energetic in the end. It was a nice walk, nice talk with parents, and yeah, but didn't let me with too much time to work on what I need to work. And today I was working again on the chart, so not too much time to crochet or to do something else. And because last week I was posting during the weekly journal, I was posting how to make the perfect button band, but I was focusing more on the buttons and buttonholes, and I had a few questions, and I think they are good ones, that many people are not getting that straight edging when trying to work a button band, and that's why they're avoiding doing this. And you need that edge even if you're not working with buttons, and because you're working into the side rows, so perpendicularly on the rows, then people said that either the edging is weaving, or waving, being curly, or is getting too short. So I want to explain, because this might be because of your tension. Usually, for example, and specifically to this design, we have the side rows are in double crochet, so we will have 3 chains double crochet, 3 chains double crochet, because we're turning working flat, and you need to work in those 3 chains and double crochet. You need to work your edge, and usually into the double crochet side rows is like a known method to work 2 single crochet or 2 stitches, doesn't matter how. But sometimes, even if you're doing it like this, you might end up with that without a curly edge, or it will shrink. So this might be because of the tension, and for this specific design I went for the 2 single crochet into each side row, but I wanted to explain you and how to calculate according with your tension how many stitches to work per row, per side row. And I think I did a tutorial like this for knitting when you are picking up the stitches for the sleeves, and it's kind of the same math behind it, and I want to show you how to calculate that. And then with practice you will kind of know how to place those stitches to have a perfect line band. But if you're at the beginning and you want to make it right, and maybe this might help you, maybe you'll find it difficult and you prefer to keep trying, I don't know, if you see that it's curling, to go with a size hook down or something, try with a smaller hook, or if it shrink, to go with a bigger hook. This might work as well. So let me show you this in the next video, and I hope you'll find it useful. So when you need to work into the side rows, it's important to know how many stitches we need to work to cover the width of one row. And to calculate that, we need the gauge swatch, and I will use the same gauge swatch as for the mesh stitch pattern. So I have 25 stitches per 11 rows into 10 centimeters square. And now if we divide the number of rows on the number of stitches to the number of rows, the result will be the number of stitches that we need to work to cover the width of a row, so per row. So my result is 2.27, and I went for 2. So I have 60 rows in total. This means that I will have to work 120 stitches. So I will work 2 stitches per row. If you want to have a more accurate result, it's better to work a gauge swatch into the stitch pattern that you would like to use for the border, and this will give you a more accurate result. Here I have this 0.27 the left, and if I'm calculating this to 60 rows, will give me kind of 16 stitches that I will need in plus to make sure that I will have a straight edge. But because I have this mesh stitch pattern, which includes chains tends to be a little bit smaller in width than a regular single crochet. So I think 2 stitches will be enough. That's why if you want to make a gauge swatch into the single crochet, the stitch pattern that you will be using for your edging, this means that you will have more probably a more accurate result. Working 2 stitches per row worked fine for me, but of course after the first row, if you find that your edge is not perfectly straight, you can then play with the hook size or do something else, or start from the beginning and make the gauge swatch into the stitch pattern that you will want to use for the edging. And now let me show you how to actually work into the side rows. So we established that we will be working 2 stitches per row, and now I have the edge is either a 3 chain that I worked at the beginning of the row or a double crochet, and I will use as a reference, if I have a 3 chain, the first and the third chain, into those stitches I will work a single crochet, and where I have a double crochet, I will work a stitch into the bottom of the double crochet and into the top, or top and bottom, depending the direction that you worked the rows. So now I started working into the first chain and then into the third And now I will go into the bottom of double crochet and then into the top. And let's zoom in a little bit. So the first chain and then a second stitch into the third chain. Always work the stitches into or through the chains or through the stitches to have a nice and clean edge. Now the top of double crochet and then again the first chain and the third chain. Bottom of the double crochet and the top of the double crochet. And we will continue like this to the end of the row. After finishing the first row, if you see that your first row tends to curl or to be not to be straight, then I do recommend to adjust the hook size. It will be okay. Or if you want to calculate again, I don't know, see how many stitches you have. If you have like for example that 0.25 and I feel like there are two, I need more stitches, then you can do some increases or decreases along the second row. So the second row can be worked to adjust what you did on your first row. So yeah, let me know how are you working into the side rows. If you have a specific technique that you are using and it's working for you, please leave all your suggestions in the comments, because I will be happy to find out. And now I will go back to my charts because I do want to finish them today. The other parts of the pattern are not so difficult to grade and to write, so this will take me longer, but then hopefully everything will went pretty fast, because I can't wait to share with you this shirt tutorial and pattern. So see you later. Hello, it's Friday. I'm in the car waiting for my daughter to at ballet. Then we will have the other dance lesson, and then we need to go for the walk event. So we are a bit short on time, but I'm sure we can manage. So this week went crazy with this event, because we want to keep the activities, the after school activities as well. So we're kind of running from one side to the other to try to reach and then walk for 5.5 kilometers. Yesterday we were going towards the location with the bike. So it was a lot of physical movement, but it was okay. I'm a bit tired, I have to admit, but it was fine. So this morning I managed to finish the charts for the shirt, and I'm happy about it. I didn't manage to start writing the pattern, but I'm sure that everything will go pretty well. And yeah, this week I didn't have too much time for work, because even if all the activities were in the evening with this event and everything, but I needed to plan an early dinner, so there were too many things. So, and because something is going on and I know that I need to do something else and it's something extra to my routine, is kind of messing everything up. But it was for a good cause, it was fun. We are not lucky that today is raining, so I hope that it will stay like a light rain like it is right now and won't start to rain a bit harder. But yeah, we will see. Wish us luck. What can I say? So maybe I can because I showed you a few photos and videos from the other day, that from the event, and hopefully for the edit I will be able to put something from the final today, from the final day, so you can see it over here how it went. So I think that was it with my week. I know that is not too much to show because the life was different and not so many hours for work. I did manage to finish one at the back panel for the Sea Breeze cover-up dress, and because I didn't have time to film for the front panel, I stopped it there. And also I worked a few more rows on the black dress following the same pattern as the shirt. So a bit of progress on these two projects. I'm not really present on social media, so yeah, I hope that it will be fine in the end. So I think I will let you here, not because I don't have too many things to show you, and the week is over anyways. So thank you so much for being here with me and listen to all the crazy life that was this week, and see you next week. Thank you. Bye.